Hey everyone, Azrin, the language nerd here, owner of the Calgary Language Nerds, and welcome to another Learn Gujarati with Me podcast and video. If you are listening to the podcast, please note that there is a video version of every single episode on YouTube and Spotify. There have been one or two Spotify episodes where the video was being glitchy, and so if you are on Spotify and don't see a video and want to see a video, simply search Learn Gujarati with Me on YouTube, and you will find the video version of this podcast on YouTube. So I'm trying something different today. I don't know if I'm going to do it regularly. This is a test. I want to see how it feels. I want you guys' feedback. So please let me know. You can go, if you want to give me feedback on this, the best way to do it is to go to, I'll put it on the screen here. I'll just type it for time's sake. azrinthelanguagenerd.com/contact. You can email me from there or contact me on social media. Okay, so let me know what you guys think. This is something a little bit different. I've been playing with this idea. This is going to be a bite-sized lesson. Very short, to the point, practical, something you can take, use, and start practicing with right away. The other videos I've made on this channel so far are quite long, more in-depth, more technical, detailed, right? So I want to make some every now and then at least, I think. We'll see how it goes. Make these bite-sized lessons that are shorter, more actionable, and something you can practice with right away. So what you're seeing on the screen here are three categories, right? We on the left-hand side, we have the pronoun who. Who means I. Down the middle, we have a whole bunch of nouns, so objects, for example, people, places, things. And down the right, we have a bunch of verbs. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different verbs, okay? What I'm going to show you today is how you can make a ton of sentences. I don't know how many sentences, a ton of sentences with this very short list of words. So here's how this works, okay? To make a sentence with these, just a very basic, simple sentence in the present tense, all we're going to do is we take these verbs on the right-hand side. I'll use the color, let's use the color green, okay? We get rid of these vus. I don't like that green, actually. Let's use black. We get rid of all these vus, okay? So we have karvu becomes kar, khavu becomes kha, lakvu becomes lak, banavu, by the way, I know it's written banavavu, but it's pronounced banavu. It's how it's pronounced. So banavu, we get rid of the vu. Vanchvu, we get rid of the vu. And we're going to replace all these u's with u. So karvu becomes karu. Khavu becomes khavu. Lakvu becomes lakhu. Banavu becomes banavu. Banaha. It's kind of funny, actually. Banavavu becomes banavu, if that makes sense. Vanchvu becomes vanchu. And then after every single one of these, no matter which one it is, we're going to add chu. C-H-H-U, chu. Okay, or in Gujarati. My printing is, you might notice I don't print very much in these Gujarati videos. My printing is terrible. I have really messy printing by hand. I read fine, but boy, and I can type fine, but boy, my printing by hand is terrible. So I don't usually print Gujarati by hand. I still got to practice that myself. But anyway, that's beside the point. So to make very simple sentences, all we do is we're going to literally work from left to right. So we say, for example, let's say I want to say, I am doing something. We're going to say, hu. Here's the word for something. Kaink. Karu. Chu. Hu kaink karu chu. Let's say you want to make another sentence. You're like, well, let's say you're like, I'm reading a book. Hu chopri vanchu chu. So you're just going to take the subject pronoun hu for all of them. Hu is the same for all of them. Pick a noun and pick a verb that would match. So for example, I'm writing an email. Hu email lakhu chu. Very easy. So the homework, it's very straightforward. I hope this is easy. I don't think this is difficult. Step 1, take the word hu. Step 2, pick a noun from the list of nouns. Step 3, pick a verb that would actually make sense with that noun. Please do not eat tables, do not eat desks, because you could, in theory, take the verb eat and take a desk, but that makes no sense. You're never going to eat a desk. That's just silly. So pick a verb that makes sense and make a sentence. So on your home, if you want to just practice some very simple types of sentences, use these words and practice at home. Write them out. હું કામ કરું છું. હું કંઈક બનાવું છું. હું ફળ ખાઉં છું. Whatever it is. So I'll just pronounce all these words for you once. You can hear what they sound like. And then we'll wrap the episode up. Nice and short, to the point, practical, something you can use right away. So the word for I'll just put a check mark after I say the word. Hu is I. Kam is work. Kaink, something. Kursi, it's written kursi, but most people say kursi. Kursi, chair. Table, table. Desk, desk. Khavanu is one word for food. Email, email. Fur, fruit. Vasan, dishes, like when you're washing dishes, for example, like in the kitchen. Chopri, chopri is a book. Lek is an article, kind of like if you're reading an article like online, that's lek. Okay. On the right hand side, we have our verbs. So we have karvu is to do. Kavu is to eat. Lakvu is to write. Banavavu to make. Vanchvu to read. When we make it in the present tense to make sentences, karvu becomes karu chu specifically. Let's put check marks here. So like hu karu chu, I'm doing something. Hu khau chu, I'm eating something. Hu lakhu chu, I'm writing something. Hu banavu chu, I'm making something. Hu vanchu chu, I'm reading something. So again, we're going to take literally left to right when you do this at home for practice. You take the word hu, you pick any word from the noun section, and you take any one corresponding verb, and then the word chu. Right? And that'll become I am doing something, I am making something, I am eating something, I am reading something, I am so on and so forth. Okay? Feel free to write your sentences in the chat, or in the comments. If you're on YouTube, you're welcome to. Everyone else, well, there's no comments on podcasts, so I guess you can't write comments, but you can practice it at home. Have a great day. Hope you find this helpful. Please let me know what you think of this style of video. Again, you can go to azrinthelanguagenerd.com/contact. languagenerd.com/contact, and feel free to let me know. Okay? Aujo. Bye-bye.